I know that we would have been a fifth of Jack a day kind of guys.
Dude, we would be drunk. You and I would, I can't speak for the rest of the band, but I think you and I would be drunk by noon almost every day.
Oh, yeah.
Because we wouldn't get any sleep because the time that was given to us for sleep, we spent it partying.
Yeah.
And
there would have been nothing else for us to do.
Right.
And I think once you get into that method of, well, I get drunk every time I do stuff, and stuff's only fun if I'm drunk, and
right,
or it's only cope, and then you just keep doing it.
I don't think we would get into any of the hard stuff. I speaking for myself, just because I think I'm a pretty big pussy when it comes to trying new things. Like I've done weed, obviously, and I've only tried shrooms once, and it flipped me the fuck out. So like that's all I've done, and I just feel like if somebody were to give me a rail or ask me to stick a needle in me, I'd be like, no, the ouch.
At the same time, like the thought of snorting something up my nose scares the hell out of me.
Right.
Or sticking a needle in me.
Yeah, no.
But at the same time, I could see the two of us hanging out with people long enough, and we've seen so many people snort shit up their nose, and then nothing ever happens to them. We'd be like, well, I mean, what's the worst? I can see us trying it.
Okay. All right. But at the same time, you'd be like, well, Bill, you have been doing Jaeger bombs all day. You've got quite a bit of caffeine in your system already. Are you sure you really need to go even higher?
Yeah.
Touche. I might answer it like that. All right. Well, we are going to go ahead and take a break. Scott Weiland, you will be missed by some. And we will be right back after this break. Thank you guys for listening to the Bill and Joe Show. Android users, I've got a new game for you. It's called Know, K-N-O-W. It's brought to you by our friends at Run Dumb Fun Games. It is a trivia game, and right now they have a special holiday category where you can actually win free shipping off of the Beverage Buddy. The Beverage Buddy is a hands-free. You can put your drink in there and do whatever you need to do. Hands, you don't need to hold it. You don't need to set it down. It just clips right to your belt. So make sure you go to the Android store, download Know, K-N-O-W, by Run Dumb Fun Games now. Bead Nation. Got to remember that, especially if you have kids. This is a really cool idea, and it's brought to you by Celia. She is trying to make a mobile bead store that will actually take beads from indigenous cultures, and they will add that history to it. So when you buy the beads there, you get them from a local artist from a local area, and you get to know the entire history, the life of that bead. And the cool thing is that the whole company is going to be solar powered. Solar energy is all they're going to use. The goods are reasonably priced, and some of the proceeds will go to building up this culture, building up artisans, and figuring out how we can reach more people and spread. It's pretty amazing how something that you use every day came from somewhere all the way around the world. And this is going to give you the information. They're going to have workshops. They're going to have lessons that you can learn on how to make necklaces or bracelets, and then they'll also be selling full made necklaces and bracelets. So they're looking for help. It's Indiegogo.com. Search for Bead Nation. And it's an awesome idea, and they're looking to spread, an artist's work throughout the world. So go check them out and donate today. Okay, and this one is for the gamers. As we all know, I'm a huge gamer. I love gaming. I'm always on top of the new stuff that's coming out. Well, this one kind of caught me by surprise. It's called the Kybernen Holographic Gaming Network. They have a Kickstarter page. And they're trying to develop software that kind of piggybacks off of Google Earth. You know how you could virtually drive down any road, and you could go look at your street and then take angles and turn around and go back out and drive down the street further. It's kind of using that, except you can be yourself in that simulation, and you interact with people. So let's say that I wanted to go walk the streets of London as myself and meet other people that happen to be in that area, even though they're not really from that area. Obviously, I'm not. It's just a really coal idea, and they're trying to develop this technology that would be able to let you do that. And the list of things that they've got on their back burners, let me just, for the sake of not telling too much, the Cybernon Holographic Knowledge Engine. That's a piece of software that could potentially simulate the global economy. It's just, they've got all these different ideas, and they're trying to get funding. So if you can go to Kickstarter.com, search for Kybernon Holographic Gaming Network. That's Kybernan, Holographic Gaming Network. It could change the face of gaming completely. So you might want to check this out and get on board with it from the ground up. Okay, the graphic novel is always a book that's kind of it's a different take. Like it uses photography instead of word, and it's always been fascinating to me being able to see this. And there's this new one. It's called The Blitz Diaries, and it's on Kickstarter.com right now. And it's all about the English photographer Adam Barr. He has used a number of different backgrounds. He's negotiated the use of like an aircraft museum, a gritty and rusting mining vehicle museum, abandoned buildings, and a combine harvester graveyard. I mean, really cool backgrounds. And he also used movie props. And this is going to have a cinematic feel to it. And the whole idea behind the Blitz Diaries is the Blitz is a drug that's kind of taken over the world in kind of a post-apocalyptic kind of setting. And this drug Blitz is just taking over the world. And there's this scientist, Red, who's trying to, create a cure for this terrible, terrible substance, which has, put the society in just chaos. And then he ends up trying it, and he transforms into this mass killing machine. So you can imagine being a diary, like a photo diary, like the first diary entry is going to be rational. It's going to be him working to try and fix it. And then by the end of the diary, I don't even want to know what the last picture is going to be because it sounds like he goes completely off the edge. So it's a really cool concept, and the storyline will carry itself as well as you being able to look at pictures and just look at this breathtaking like photo sketches. And they took these photos and they kind of turned them into almost a comic feel. So make sure you go to Kickstarter.com, see more of what I'm talking about, and you can actually like look at it. It's the Blitz Diaries at Kickstarter.com. And they're turning to Indiegogo to try and fund this trip where they can, take photos and do video and blog and let you see the side of India that not a lot of us do. They went there. They fell in love with it when they went there last year on a yoga retreat, and they would love to help others do the same. So make sure you go to Indiegogo.com and search for Dream of India, chronicling a journey in a diverse and vibrant land is the name of their project, and they just need some help to get it off the ground. So maybe we can kind of change this perception of what India is. Now, this is kind of a topical thing going on right now with the Syrian refugees. They're looking to make a movie that will actually take you inside the world of what it must be like to leave your homeland, to come to America, and try and build a life here. I mean, it is the American dream. Democracy, immigration, the pursuit of freedom. That is kind of what we have always been about. And these people they're just trying to do that. And in the current climate of like how we're so scared of Islam and with the ISIL and ISIS and all that stuff, like we're starting to becoming more anti-immigrant, and that's not really what this country is about. So this documentary, it doesn't just want to shed light on what we should be doing. It wants to show you success stories. It wants to show you people struggling when they come here. It really does want to show you the whole picture, not just one side of something, like many of our media outlets tend to do. So he went to Kickstarter, and he wants to get it funded. Kickstarter.com. If you look for Watani Ana, Wataniana, the documentary that would change the way you think about Syrian refugees and migrants. If you want to go there, donate. It will help create a movie, and that's awesome when you can help create a movie. Be a producer. You can say that you helped produce a movie. It's pretty cool. Make sure you go check it out at Kickstarter.com.
You're listening to the Bill and Joe Show.
And welcome back to the Bill and Joe Show. Joe, welcome back.
Thank you.
Wanted to ask you this. Jerry Seinfeld's coming to Peoria.
Is he?
He is. He sold out the 7 o'clock show coming up. I believe it's January 19th.
In the he's in
a Civic Center.
Oh, so it's the gigantic room.
Yeah, where the what is it? Is that a AAA, the hockey team?
So he's not in the theater. He's in the arena.
I think he's in the arena. I would think.
I bet he's in the theater, just because.
Okay.
The arena would be not fun to watch comedy in.
That's true. Yeah, the theater is really nice.
It's got to be a theater.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, it's probably the theater. Daniel Tosh sold out his weekend when he came here. But any thoughts on maybe going to that?
I'd go to that. What are tickets, like $50?
I'm sure.
I bet.
I haven't looked. I just got an email from the Civic Center letting me know that he made a 9:30 show since 7 o'clock sold out.
Tickets are going on sale. What's the deal?
So maybe we ought to plan on doing that.
Yeah,
because I kind of wanted to see Jerry before.
Yeah, that's kind of like one of those. He's a legend, and it'd be kind of fun just to be in the same room as him.
Yeah,
and just to sit there and be like, wow, there he is. And
and recently he said that he's not going to do college campuses anymore. Yeah, I don't know if you saw that.
A lot of comedians are saying that.
Yeah, because they offend people.
Because every college campus now is so politically correct. They're just so.
It's a comedian, though.
Right. All these kids are such pussies. Right. And I'm sorry if this offends anyone out there, but grow the fuck up. Have a sense of humor. There are stereotypes for a reason, and it's just because you make a joke about something doesn't mean you'll full-heartedly believe in it.
Right.
It doesn't mean that just because you laughed at a joke means that you're the worst person in the world.
Right.
I mean, have you ever heard a racist joke that you thought, oh, that's funny, but it's not funny because black people this or Mexicans this or what? It's a clever joke maybe.
Right.
But I've giggled at some of those before, but I don't consider myself a terrible person for that.
Let me tell you a joke.
Okay.
Helen Keller walks into a bar.
Oh, whoa. You're not going to make fun of teachers, are you?
Helen Keller?
Yeah, she had a teacher that taught her how to teach.
Oh, well, she was the blind, deaf.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that's funny. You can make fun of that.
Okay. So Helen Keller walks into a bar.
Mm-hmm.
And a chair. And a table.
And then fell down the stairs.
And then fell. End of joke. So, like, people that are, maybe have a blind kid could find that offensive, but it's funny. It's a joke.
Right. And I think Joan Rivers was like one of the best people that explained this. Because she had a father, she was making a joke, and it was talking about suicide. And then someone in the crowd yelled at her, like,
hey, my dad committed suicide.
Hey, my kid just died of whatever, And she's like, yeah, well, my husband just killed himself, so go fuck yourself,
Right.
She's gone through the pain herself. She knows she is a victim of a family suicide member.
Right.
So she knows where it's coming from. It's coming from a good place, and she's trying to make light of it. It's a joke. Right. It's not meant to be taking, like, this is not your stance on this. This is not your policies. It's just some funny comments being made.
Well, and it's like, you wouldn't go see somebody who didn't make you uncomfortable. You know what I mean? Like, if you're going to see a stand-up comedian, like, I don't know about you, but I want to go I want to feel uncomfortable. Because, I mean, that's funny to me. Like, I don't know. Like, I don't mean, like, I don't want to be in the front row and
be made fun of.
Dick, roast me.
Yeah.
I've had that happen to me at the jukebox before.
Yeah.
God, it's horrible.
Mm-hmm.
But if you're going to say something about a black person and I happen to be sitting next to one, that's going to make me a little uncomfortable.
Yeah.
But
you kind of look over and see if he's laughing.
Yeah, to make sure that... But, it's like, that's what you go see these people for, is to, like, I don't know, maybe look at things differently and have a good laugh. That's it.
Yeah.
So,
lighten up, everybody.
Yeah.
But I've heard other comedians say the same thing. They're not going to play colleges anymore. Yeah. And,
I can't blame them.
What's that say about our country's, the generation that's coming up behind us?
Right.
They're all these soft... kitten,
everything's offensive.
They're these big pussies. Oh, I'm not gonna play football. I'm not gonna do this.
I still don't get what the fuck that was all about. So the president of the school. Okay. Yeah.